All right, who is your ideal customer profile? What is an ideal customer profile? That's what we're going to discuss today. So an ideal customer profile is what I like to consider who is your lowest hanging fruit. Who are whatever you're building or whatever you're selling, who are the lowest hanging fruit of the people that get the most value to what you have. That is what your ideal customer profile is. How do you make that also is how you make the quickest dollar, right? From that side of things. So that's what I think of when I think of what is my ideal customer profile. Who are you bringing the most value to? Who is the lowest hanging fruit of the value that you can bring? So now let's think of what are some of the metrics that we can look at to determine what is the lowest hanging fruit for an ideal customer profile? I think you got to think of really, from the features that you have, from the capabilities that you got, what market do you understand the most, right? What market do you understand the most? Sometimes your ideal customer profile may not be worth pursuing what you built just because it may be hard to sell to them. Market may be too small, whatever it may be. But ultimately, we got to determine between product, between market, and between the ability to reach these people. That intersection of those three different circles right there would be our ideal customer profile. And if we feel like that person right there is somebody that we can implement sales techniques and sell tactics with to reach them, to show them the value that we bring and that they can then turn into customers, that's how you know who your ideal customer profile is. So now once you know your ideal customer profile, you're usually looking to try to create some type of idea of hey, my ideal customer profile is this specific person, and this is the characteristics of that specific person, right? This is the characteristics of that company. This is the characteristics of that person. Some characteristics you could think of is size of the company. Is it public? Is it private? You could think of what their responsibilities is, what their role is in that company. What type of frustrations do they experience? Then you take those specific titles and those specific issues and those specific things, and you try to basically find every single person that meets those specific things, those specific issues that fit in that ideal customer profile. Then you go to a sales strategy to target those specific people, and go from there, right? So you continue to work around that ICP. I think one of the mistakes that I made as a young founder was we knew our ICP, we had sales with our ICP, but we continue to try to just broaden and generalize our ICP. The more nailed down the ICP is, the more successful your ICP and your business will grow, right? We don't have to be a dog chasing cars when it comes to ICP and then what your product can do and what it can offer. But those conversations at the very beginning and just not knowing better were hey, we can service this and we can service this and we can service that. And we're basically watering down the product because we're chasing so many different ICPs. When if we just drill down on one ICP, the product becomes more valuable and it becomes the ability to monopolize a specific niche of a specific industry. So that's what an ICP is. That's how you build one. And that's why it works from that side of things. So ideal customer profile.